Right now, all eyes on the sky. It's beautiful out there.
Oh, what a day.
We're in for some changes, huh?
Yeah, we've got some changes on the way. Very slim chance we get a shower or thunderstorm to pop up this evening and tonight. We're going to monitor that just in case, because if it does go, there is a possibility to become strong to severe. But I think our higher chances for severe weather will be tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow evening. But if we get a storm or two to develop this evening, there will be some wind and hail potential with it. Tornado threats very low, but not necessarily zero either. Does look like the higher potential for severe weather staying to our north in parts of Kansas and Missouri. But our lead storm chaser in the field, Mike Scanlon, he's out just in case. Some of you might recognize this location along Highway 20 and Highway 75. Right there is the quick trip right there, and right outside of Skytook. And you can see some of the fair weather cumulus clouds moving along here. Not really seeing much vertical development with these clouds as of yet, but we'll watch this over the next couple of hours just in case we happen to get a stray shower or storm pop up. And there's Mike's location right there. And again, nothing showing up at the moment on dual Doppler, but we'll continue to monitor the skies. Here's the view from South Tulsa on the Wade's RV Weather Camera Network. And again, very soft looking cumulus clouds here. Not anything that looks like it's going to try to develop vertically high into the atmosphere, but we'll continue to watch this as we go through the evening just in case. Most of us probably not going to have to worry about that at all. Now tomorrow morning, we're going to start out into the 60s. We'll have a steady southerly flow, some mugginess to the air as well, and that mugginess will be moisture that will be fuel for storms tomorrow. So as we go into the early afternoon tomorrow, we may already start to get showers and storms to develop. Today we've got that cap overhead that can limit storm development. That is not going to be there tomorrow, so storms will likely develop pretty early tomorrow in the afternoon. Most of the storms that initiate tomorrow afternoon are going to be east and south of the metro. I've got a graphic highlighting that I'll show you in just a second. But as far as the severe weather potential tomorrow, again, mostly south and east of I-44. Damaging wind and hail would be the primary concern, perhaps some wind gusts up to 70 miles per hour. Hail could be as large as 2 inches in diameter. Now, of course, not every storm is going to produce hail that big, but there could be a couple that could produce some very large hail. Tornado threat is going to be very low, but not zero. And there will be at least a localized flood threat, especially south and east with some of that heavier rain. So we're going to start drawing out the moisture overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. May have some clouds tomorrow morning. And then here comes our frontal system in. That's what's going to help provide the lift to the atmosphere to get some of these showers and storms to develop. So we're going to be watching early afternoon between noon and 3 o'clock. Likely storms are going to develop somewhere here south and east of I-44, and then they'll become more numerous late afternoon into the first half of the evening. And again, the farther south and east you live, the higher the odds that you're going to have to deal with these storms tomorrow. Tahlequah, Muskogee, Stigler, McAllister, as you head up to around Eufaula and Shakota, if you live north and west, your odds of dealing with storms tomorrow are going to be much lower. And as we continue into tomorrow night, eventually all this will be pushing on through and probably clearing out very early on Friday morning. Behind the system, we're going to cool things down, highs back into the 60s as we head into St. Patrick's Day. Actually, should be a fairly nice weekend. We'll have some clouds and sunshine mixed. Monday will be the cooler of the next few days. We're going to warm right back up into the 70s as we head into the middle of next week. And we'll break down when we could get a shower or storm next week as well in that 10-day forecast coming up at 6 o'clock.